Hello, just me again. Part 2 of the video I'm doing over at my dad's house, showing you things, and I've really got to get my bumming gear because I'm running out of time. It's quarter after 2 a.m. and I've really got to get going. So I want to show you what I was talking about. End of my last video was this beautiful cabinet. What my dad made, and I was talking about the record player, what was in here that we removed because it did not work any longer, which it was a bit sad for me. A lot of memories, and I just realized this still got the switch. Cool, I still got the switch, but my friends removed the record player and are putting a bit of wood in here for me to cover up the hole, so that I can quite possibly use that top bit as well as the bottom bit for storage. All the memories I have being home, PE days, PA days, sick days. My mum used to put on 45s, the Beatles, Charlie Drake's Progress. Oh crikey, that was my mom's favourite record, favourite 45. And unfortunately, my husband did something stupid with it, and I've got to hopefully try and replace that 45. But we used to bop around this living room and sing to the Beatles. Yes, people, I used to sing. And in spite of my wonky voice, I still do. So, my mom had a beautiful voice. I miss those people, my precious parents. I miss them so much. My dad carved all this. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this. Look at this. Crikey. It's gorgeous. I love it. So I'm keeping that one. That's mine. Mine. Can't have it. Okay, let's do the bench. This little bench is for sale. Anybody what buys it, wants it and buys it. This cushion up top is aged, so it does need replacing. I mean, what hasn't, after 50, 60 years, eh? Also, if you would be so inclined, if you would like to, if you don't want it white, you can always sand it down and just stain it. It would be really, really beautiful. It's got this thing on it. Ooh, sorry about the noise. I'm not quite sure what exactly that is. But it's got a little doohickey on it, what my dad put for some reason. I'm thinking that was part of a drawer. Now that I look at it, I'm thinking it might have been part of a drawer that my dad sort of took off something else, and I could be wrong. He might have just found that handle someplace and just put it on just for fun. But kids will play with that, trust me. So if you don't like a lot of noise, keep your little ones away from it. It's got a foot stool thing right here, so that comes in handy. This little thing and this bench, if I don't give you vertigo, right here. Two of the things we used to park our bums on every Sunday afternoon, out on the kitchen table, and we would play games. Mom, me, whoever else was involved. We'd play Monopoly. We played the game of life. That was my mom's favorite. Movie Maker. That was my favorite. I wish I could get that game again. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, we had a blast every Sunday afternoon. This dresser. Now, I'm going to tell you something cute with this dresser, and my fingers in the camera. Sorry. If anybody has ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that movie, oh crikey, I think that was like at least 7-8 years ago what I've seen that. But there was a chap on there, her dad, who had this thing for Windex. Anybody what has seen that film? If you've not seen the film, go to YouTube. Go to Netflix. I'm sure they've got like clips of it or something. And look up. I can't think of her name. It's a Greek name. I can't even pronounce it. Look up clips of that movie because anything to do with her dad and Windex is just, it's hilarious. If, you know, according to her dad, Windex would cure cancer. According to her dad, if you've got a pimple, put Windex on it. And at the time, it was ridiculous. It sounded ridiculous. But it's not, for some things. Don't recommend putting it on your face. Don't do that. But on this dresser, there was a one of those waxy plastic paperish type cups, what you get from McDonald's or Swiss Chalet or something with pop in it. Little bit of pop, just like a little bit of pop, that much right there. And it was abandoned. We forgot it was there. And the pop went to total bunk. It went moldy. And it rotted through the bottom of the cup. And I found this out the hard way because I was here last week and some people were looking at some things and I was pointing out the dresser and then I noticed this. And I thought, oh my God. And you could just, it come out the bottom of the cup and it was sitting right about here. And thank God it didn't get my VCR. I'm keeping that as well. But when I took the cup off, when I could pop round after they left, it was a mess. It was moldy. I mean, it was awful. And I thought it completely had ruined the dresser. And I did not know how to get it off. Hence, Mr. Windex. Now, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm not. So, I applied, I think, what must have been like 16,000 layers of Windex on this stuff. And little by little, it wiped off. I could not believe it. I was like, had my jaw on the floor every single time. And then before I left the house, I put a layer of Windex, and it was all right here, just a big blob of nasty. And I put Windex on it, let it sit, and when I came back tonight, it's fine. Like, it's fine. There's not one bit of yuck there at all. It's amazing. So, if you've got something nasty on, you know, some finished wood and all, Windex. So this dress was for sale. It's fine, by the way. And I've got to clean out the drawers. But this dresser is over 70 years old. It's made of good quality stuff. It is not going to fall to bits. I can assure you of that. So here's a side view. If anybody would like this stuff, this was the only dresser my parents had. It was. And all of their clothes went in here. And right shortly after they were married, my dad made this. And so if anybody wants it, is interested in it, and wants to buy it, message me, contact me, please. So next, well, I'm going to look at this thing whilst I'm here. Ouch. I just sort of banged myself off a dresser. Another table saw, and I'm going to hold this out later and take a really good photograph of it. You can just sort of see it peeking in there a little bit. My dad made the framing, or whatever you want to call it, what is around it. All that wood, my dad made that. And the saw itself works now. I don't know what's happening with the bloke, what's popping around later today, if he shows up. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping. And you know, he said he might look at it, might take it. I don't know if that's not the case and somebody sees it, somebody might want it. Let me know, please. It does work. So we're gonna go back out here to the kitchen. Fridge and stove are for sale and they work. The fridge is 3 years old. It's the last. It's the it's the last thing my dad bought. So yeah, it works. I've just got to clean it up a little bit. And same with the stove. I've got to wipe it down a little bit, obviously, and but it works as well. So trust me, they are in good condition. And if somebody would like a fridge or a stove to buy, contact me, please. We've been the aircon. It had a nervous breakdown, actually. My dad bought the aircon the last day my mum was in this house, actually. She couldn't breathe, so it was really, really hot. It was the summertime. And he didn't want anything to do with aircon, so he went out and bought it last minute, and the next day she was in the hospital. But it was nailed. He had it nailed right to the bleeding window. So it took 3 people, 3 strong people, to literally rip it out the window in bits. The window's fine, but I mean, it's sealed shut, or sealed open. It's sealed open. We cannot get the window shut, so the cardboard and all is in it. There's a box on the outside of it, outside of the window, so that helps with the drafts and all. But yeah, my dad really did things up to the nines. This table is for sale, and my dad made it as well. It's beautiful. It's lasted the test of time. Do not ever put your feet underneath it though, on that little shelf. My dad told me so many times, do not put your feet under there. And I didn't listen, and I broke it. Sorry. But he fixed it. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't recommend putting your feet on it. But yeah, there's a little, I'll show you. I'm nearly out of time again. But it's got a little drawer as well. You can put your kit in. And my dad had his magnifying glasses in here because he couldn't see word for Fiddler's Food the last while. And as I see, it's got some of Boo's toys. There you go, sweetie. Come on back and play with it. Oh, crikey. So, yeah, I've got to clean that out. And probably take that ball home with me. But, yeah. So the table's for sale. It's lovely. It's beautiful. And I'm going to have to start another video because I've still got upstairs and I've still got the bedroom to do and the cellar. So, I'll be back with a 3rd video, and there's probably going to be a 4th video. So, if you would like any of the things I've shown you, contact me, please. This stuff will be at the house till Wednesday. After that, it's going to be in a storage facility where I don't sell. And, I would rather have somebody come by the house if they want to buy something. So, message me, let me know, please. Would so appreciate it, and so would my parents. So, love you guys. Keep subscribing, following. You guys are awesome. You're beautiful. I love you. Love you, love you, love you to bits. You've been there for me through everything, and I can't say thank you enough. So, I'll be back with the 3rd installment of showing you stuff in this house. And, so, stay tuned. Bye bye for now.